Okay, after we have learned all those prepositions of places, movement, and also the directions, expressions, 一啲介紹方向嘅用詞之後呢， we are going to do one practice of listening. 我哋都要做返一次嘅聆聽嘅練習。So let's turn to page 15. Page 15. If you still remember the steps of doing the task, you have to get yourself ready and prepare for the task. So the first thing you have to do is to look at the map. Look at the map. 要留意清楚返嗰個嘅平面圖或者地圖。So here is the map. In this map, you will see different floors of a school. So here is the first floor, and here, and if you move down, you will see the ground floor. The ground floor. And in each of these boxes are the school facilities. So you are going to listen to the conversation and fill in these blanks. There are altogether 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places to fill in. So these special facilities names are given in this box. Now let's look at their hints together. Art room, basketball court, canteen, library, music room, science lab. Now listen carefully to an audio book. Look at the instructions here. Listen to the audio book and listen to part of the story and label the picture with the school facilities. You now have 30 seconds to study the task. So when you hear them, put the correct place names in the correct boxes. Now I'm going to play the tape. Please pick up your pen and stay focused.
You are listening to an audiobook. Listen to part of the story and label the picture with the school facilities. You now have 30 seconds to study the task.
Suddenly there was an explosion. "Quick, Johnny!" cried Mr. Lowe, Johnny's English teacher. "We have to get out of here." They came out of the science lab. They turned right and checked the room next to the science lab. The music room was locked. Then they decided to turn around and walk towards the library. They kept walking until they saw the art room between the science lab and the library. They opened the door and found Johnny's friend Tim inside. "You have to get out of here now!" Mr. Lowe shouted. Next to the art room was the library. The teacher threw open the door. "Get out of here as fast as you can!" he screamed to 3 students. Mr. Lowe and Johnny ran past the library and down onto the basketball court. Tim and the other students followed. Everyone, run to the canteen! It's just in front of us, shouted Mr. Lowe. As they entered the canteen, they turned to look at the school building. There were pink bubbles everywhere.
This is the end of the recording.
So, this is quite difficult, isn't it? Now I'm going to show you the tape script, okay? And while you're doing the task, you can look at the tape script and try to understand the tape script and fill in the blanks on the worksheets or on the book. So this task asks you to listen to the story and complete the map when you hear the place name appear in the story. So I'm going to read you the story, stay focused, and find out the correct answers. Suddenly, there was an explosion. Quick, Johnny, cried Mr. Lowe, Johnny's English teacher. We have to get out of here. They came out of the science lab. They turned right and checked the room next to the science lab. The music room was locked. Then they decided to turn around and walk towards the library. They kept walking until they saw the art room between the science lab and the library. They opened the door and found Johnny's friend Tim inside. You have to get out here now, Mr. Lowe shouted. Next to the art room was the library. The teacher threw open the door. Get out of here as fast as you can, he screamed to 3 students. Mr. Lowe and Johnny ran past the library and down onto the basketball court. Tim and the other students followed. Everyone, run to the canteen. It's just in front of us, shouted Mr. Lowe. As they entered the canteen, they turned to look at the school building. There were paint bubbles everywhere. So that's the end of the story. Now look at the story again and try your best to fill in all the blanks on the map. Label all the places on the map.